Hello guys, very good evening to all of you. This is Suyash Goyal signing in. I hope that you all are doing great and I hope that you all are having a rocking weekend going on till now. So guys, here we are meeting again with some more kahanis, with some more concepts for class 10th again on Unacademy's YouTube channel. So the topic that we are going to have for today is this on your screens that you can see. Talk about the previous year questions of real numbers for class 10 students. Okay, so this session is going to be very interesting because we will be talking about some very interesting questions which are important for your boards 2021 and which actually have appeared in your previous year examinations as well. पहले के एग्जाम में आ चुके हैं, 2021 के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. यहाँ पे हम लोग वो प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस की बात नहीं करेंगे जो टॉपिक्स आपके इस बार सिलेबस में से एलिमिनेट कर दिए गए. वी विल ओनली बी टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हाट वी विल ओनली बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दोज टॉपिक्स, दोज प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस जो आपके सिलेबस में एक्चुअली में है, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोना डू. All the students who do not know about myself, guys, so this is about me. My name is Suyash Goyal. I'm an educator on Unacademy and I'm an engineer by profession, teacher by heart. I have more than 1,37,000 followers on Unacademy and I've been teaching mathematics to class 9, 10th, 11th and 12th students on Unacademy. So before this, I have been a part of Unacademy CAT platform. I have been a part of Unacademy SSC CGL platform. So multiple platforms I have catered to on Unacademy and I have been a part of Unacademy since November 2017. So it has been a great journey till now, guys. So here we are meeting again on Unacademy's YouTube channel. One update, guys. So my referral code is SG08, or talking about another referral code that is easy to remember, that is SUYASHLIVE. Okay, so you can use this referral code SUYASHLIVE. You can download Unacademy learning application. You can use this referral code to unlock all the free content on Unacademy. So basically you can just go to Play Store, download Unacademy learning application. और Unacademy, just like this YouTube class, जैसे कि हमारा ये YouTube class हो रहा है ना, इसी तरीके से Unacademy पर बहुत सारी फ्री वीडियोस हैं, बहुत सारा फ्री कंटेंट है, बहुत सारे फ्री कोर्सेज हैं आपके लिए. इंग्लिश, मैथमेटिक्स, मेरे बनाए हुए, बाकी टीचर्स के बनाए हुए, बहुत, जैसे अभी ये क्लास है, ऐसे ही बहुत सारे क्लासेस हैं Unacademy पर, राइट? स्पेशल क्लासेस जिनको हम बोलते हैं, दे आर ऑल्सो फ्री. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, you can actually access all those classes, all that content for free. The only thing that you need to do is what? Only thing that you need to do is you need to use my code SUYASHLIVE and you will be able to, just see all that content that we have on Unacademy. Cool, guys. Now let's proceed forward and let's see what we have next in the bucket. So I hope that you are ready with your thinking caps on to just rock what we are going to talk about, the topic that you very well know for today that we are going to discuss. So let's proceed, guys. Here we go, everyone. But before that, let me tell you something about Unacademy Plus platform, what Unacademy Plus is. Okay, so just like I told you about Unacademy free platform, कि आप Unacademy पे जाओगे, वहां पे जाके आपको बहुत सारे फ्री स्पेशल क्लासेस, बहुत सारे फ्री वीडियोस, फ्री कंटेंट, फ्री स्टडी मटेरियल प्रोवाइड हो सकता है, राइट? यू जस्ट नीड टू यूज माय कोड. उसके अलावा वो सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो कि और अच्छी प्रिपरेशन करना चाहते हैं, वो सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो कि और ज्यादा प्लान्ड प्रिपरेशन करना चाहते हैं, एक बिल्कुल प्लान तरीके से पढ़ना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए व्हाट वी हैव, उनके लिए वी हैव समथिंग विच वी कॉल Unacademy Plus subscription. What is Unacademy Plus subscription? So Unacademy Plus subscription पे क्या होता है, that you can just take Unacademy Plus subscription. It's a portal and there you can attend all the live classes for all the subjects daily. बहुत सारी लाइव क्लास होती हैं रोजाना Unacademy Plus पर. जैसे अभी हम लोग लाइव कनेक्टेड हैं, ऐसे ही Unacademy Plus पर आप हमेशा एजुकेटर्स के साथ लाइव कनेक्ट रहते हैं. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है कि मैथ्स के लिए सिर्फ मैं ही होऊंगा. मैथ्स के मेरे जैसे Unacademy में 9-10th के लिए आई वुड से 8 to 10 टीचर्स वी आर हैविंग, सो जस्ट फॉर मैथ्स. एंड इसी तरीके से वी आर हैविंग टीचर्स फॉर एवरी सब्जेक्ट. Okay, so now you can see that we are going to have classes every day for English. Okay, we're going to have classes every day for maths. We're going to have classes every day for science. वी आर गोना हैव क्लासेस एवरी डे फॉर हिंदी एंड योर वेरी डेंजरस सब्जेक्ट जो कि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है, सोशल साइंस. Cool. So every subject is covered on Unacademy. Every day we have live classes on Unacademy Plus for all these subjects. Apart from that, we have weekly quizzes. Okay. वीक में बहुत सारे क्विजेस होते रहते हैं जिससे कि यू कैन जस्ट गेट टू नो अबाउट योर परफॉर्मेंस, हाउ वेल यू आर परफॉर्मिंग, व्हाट आर द एरियाज वे यू नीड टू वर्क मोर, कहां पर आप लैग कर रहे हो, कहां पर आपको ज्यादा ध्यान देना है, वो चीजें. देन वी हैव डाउट सॉल्विंग क्लासेस. तो होता क्या है कि एवरी फोर्थ क्लास दैट वी हैव ऑन अनअकैडमी प्लस इज बेसिकली अ डाउट सॉल्विंग क्लास. ओके, तो इन दैट डाउट सॉल्विंग लाइव क्लास ऑल योर डाउट्स विल बी अटेंडेड. ओके, आपको कोई कंसेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है, यू कैन आस्क दैट. यू आर not clear with a particular question, you can ask that. So whatever doubt you are having, you can clarify all that, or in these live classes that we are having, the doubt clearing one. Then there are so many practice questions. So on Academy per what we do, first we focus on the concept clarity. That concept should be very much clear with you all, and after this concept clarity, the next thing that we have is what to do as many questions as we can on this particular concept. So it's a combination of practice as well as the conceptual knowledge that we have on Unacademy. Now guys, last but not the least, अभी आपने पढ़ लिया, अभी स्कूल आप लोग नहीं जा पा रहे हो, how will you analyze yourself? कितना आता है आपको? ओके, एग्जाम होगा आपका फरवरी मार्च में, उससे पहले कैसे एनालाइज करोगे? हाउ कैन यू जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एक्चुअली अपियरिंग फॉर रेगुलर टेस्ट? So to provide you with that particular facility, we have something which we call test series. Okay, and as far as this test series is concerned, on Unacademy we have objective test series, and along with this objective we have the subjective test series as well. Okay, so we have both the test series, objective bhi hai, subjective bhi hai. In objective test series, what will happen? In objective test series, you will actually be getting questions which are MCQ, so that you can prepare for Olympiads, for your competitive examination. But when I'm talking about when I'm talking about subjective test series, then subjective test series is that test series which will actually prepare you for your board examination, जहां पे आपको subjective question आने वाला है. Okay, so both kind of test series we have on Unacademy, so that you can be prepared for everything. Clear, right? You learn from the comfort of home, guys. Unlimited access to all the courses. Then syllabus will be covered, doubt solving classes, live test series, study material is provided. Then we have mentorship and guidance. Continuous guidance is there by the educator. Okay, so this is what we have on Unacademy Plus now. So all of you can just go for Unacademy Plus subscription. These are the plans that we are having, as you can see over here. Okay, you can go for any of these plans for class 9 to 12th. We have starting from 1 month, 6 month, 12, 18, 24, 36, 48. अब यहाँ पे आप फिर से मेरा कोड यूज कर सकते हैं, सुयश लाइव. जैसे ही आप मेरा कोड यूज करेंगे इस प्लेटफॉर्म को अनलॉक करने के लिए, देन यू विल बी एबल टू गेट फ्लैट 10% डिस्काउंट. ओके, तो अगर कोई भी स्टूडेंट फ्री प्लेटफॉर्म के अलावा प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन में इंटरेस्टेड है तो वो मेरा कोड यूज कर सकता है, सुयश लाइव, एंड उसको 10% का डिस्काउंट जो है सब्सक्रिप्शन चार्जेस में मिलता है. नाउ सेकंड थिंग, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जो एक बात है वो बहुत जरूरी है आपको जानना, एंड वो बात ये है कि मान लो यू आर टेकिंग एन अकेडमी प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर क्लास 9 फॉर लेट्स से 12 मंथ्स के लिए आपने ले लिया. अभी ये 12 मंथ्स के लिए ना आपको 9th के साथ साथ 10th का, 11th का और 12th का, ये तीनों ईयर्स का सब्सक्रिप्शन मिलेगा. आई रिपीट, इफ यू टेक एन अकेडमी प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर 9th, देन यू विल बी गेटिंग द सब्सक्रिप्शन फॉर 10th, 11th, 12th, ऑल दीज 3 क्लासेस. ओके, इन द सेम वे अगर आप 10th का लेते हो तो 10th के साथ आपको 11th, 12th और 12th का भी सब्सक्रिप्शन उस टाइम पीरियड के लिए available hoga. So this is the best plan that we have, the best kind of facility that we have on Unacademy. Ki this is the kind of structure that we follow. Cool. Then there is something which we call iconic subscription, guys. इसमें क्या होता है that if आपको और अच्छी तैयारी करनी है, you want to have a personal mentor. Okay, आपको एक personal mentor चाहिए which will take care of every concept, who will take care of every concept, who will be always there for you to take care of all your doubts or whatever query you have and blah blah. So उसके लिए we have iconic subscription जहाँ पे कि आपको personal mentor provide होता है and he or she takes care of everything for you. Cool. Now This is Creative Corner, guys, kind of extracurricular activities that we have on Unacademy, jahan pe you can do some fun on Unacademy apart from learning. This is what we have for that. Now, apart from that, guys, if you see, uh, this is how you can practice your mathematics and science on Unacademy. So, like here you can see algebra, coordinate geometry, mensuration, statistics. All these things are there. In the same way for science, we have all these topics, and you can practice whatever you want to. Cool. Now let's proceed forward, guys. Let's see what next we are having. I think we should proceed now. I mean, so many things, guys. Now this we have on Unacademy. So daily T20 test for your final examination, जिससे कि you should not be left with a single inch of preparation. कहीं कुछ भी रहे ना. Okay. SST test via MCQs, and daily T20 test for all the subjects, daily T20 test for class 10th, 9th, then physics challenger test series, then we have test on every Saturday, every Sunday. For mathematics we have, so everything is covered, and we will be taking care of everything for you guys, okay, on Unacademy. And now I think we should begin with our kahani. Don't forget to subscribe this channel, guys, and hit the like button so that you can be notified for all the coming classes on Unacademy's YouTube channel. ये वो सारे courses हैं, guys, जो आपको दिख रहे हैं, जो कि अभी Unacademy पर live है, okay? All these courses are actually on Unacademy, and you all can learn from all these courses that we are having right now. I'm a part of this batch that we are having, precision batch. We have classes from Monday to Thursday, and I take care of mathematics. Apart from that, we have so many batches. Prime batch we have, then we have Let's Crack NCRT batch, and all the batches are in Hindi and English as well. Cool. अभी हम शुरू करते हैं अपनी कहानी that we have, guys, everyone. So when I'm talking about real numbers, some very favorite questions that we have for real numbers, I'm going to start with them. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now, so when I'm talking about real numbers, guys, one very interesting question that we have in real numbers is this one, in which we talk about what? In which we talk about proving irrationality of numbers. इसके बारे में हम लोग बेसिकली आज मेन बात करने वाले हैं. इसी को ढंग से समझेंगे, क्योंकि ये वो टॉपिक है जो आपका पहले वाला टॉपिक था, यूक्लिड्स डिवीजन लेमा, दैट हैज बीन रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम द सिलेबस. दैट इज व्हाई there are very rare chances that question will be from any other topic. For sure, मान के चलो confirm कि इसमें से question आएगा ही आएगा. For sure, you will be having a question from this proving irrationality for any number. How will you prove that any number is irrational? ये हम लोग कैसे कर सकते हैं, ये हम लोग यहाँ पर देखने वाले हैं. So let's start with a very simple example. उसके बाद बहुत सारे examples हम लोग आज देखेंगे जिससे कि हम लोग ये prove कर पाए. So here we go, everyone. The first one that I'm having is what? Question कुछ ऐसा आएगा, prove that what? Prove that root of 2 is what? Root of 2 is an irrational number. ये आ गया आपके पास question. Okay, you need to prove what? You need to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. कैसे prove करोगे? And अगर आप देखो तो ये आपका CBSE 2010 में question आया हुआ है, and this is your NCERT question as well. In order to prove that your root 2 is what? In order to prove that your root 2 is an irrational number, first and foremost, guys, समझो. So in case of proving irrationality, very famous questions these are for your 10th. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We just go for the reverse approach. हम लोग उल्टा अप्रोच लगाते हैं. What is the reverse approach? Reverse approach is कि पहले हम लोग मान लेते हैं. First we assume that yes, it is your irrational number. First we assume that it is what? It is your irrational number. After assuming that it is irrational number, so first we assume what? Reverse approach, sorry. First we assume that, I will say, let's assume that root of 2 is a rational number. Okay, we are going to assume what? हम लोग पहले ये assume कर लेंगे कि root 2 क्या है? Root 2 is my rational number. I hope you are clear. ठीक है, this is the reverse approach कि पहले मान लिया ये rational है. इसको rational मानने के बाद now our agenda will be what? Our agenda will be to prove कि जो हमने assume किया वो गलत है. And अगर जो हमने assume किया वो गलत है, if it is not a rational number, then for sure what it will be? For sure it will be your irrational number. So that is the strategy that we follow when we are talking about proving that root 2 is an irrational number. So let's do it. Now, in order to talk about this question, because guys, I assume that my root 2 is a rational number, I want to ask you one thing. Whenever you are talking about any rational number, what are the properties that we have for rational numbers? So, क्लास 9th में पढ़ा होगा, 10th में भी, that rational numbers की जब हम बात करते हैं, तो every rational number is of the form a upon b. Focus. Every rational number is of the form a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are what, guys? Where a and b do not have any common factor. Okay? Where a and b what? Where a and b are, you can say, co-primes. Yes or no? So basically, every rational number will be of the form what? Every rational number will be of the form a upon b, where a and b are the co-prime numbers, or a and b are the co-primes. Matlab, a and b are those numbers which do not have any common factor for them, right? Now, using the same definition, when I am saying that root 2 is a rational number, I can say, क्योंकि root 2 rational है, so I can say that root 2 is what? Root 2 is equal to, I can say that root 2 is what? Root 2 is equal to a upon b, because root 2 is rational, which means अगर rational है तो a upon b की फॉर्म में जाएगा, और a upon b की फॉर्म में जो जाएगा वो ऐसे जाएगा जहां पर a और b क्या है? Where a and b are what? Where a and b are co-primes. I hope ये कहानी सबको क्लियर है अभी तक तो, ठीक है भाई? So what I am saying that root 2 is what? I am saying that root 2 is a rational number, and that is why it can be written down in the form of a upon b, where a and b are co-primes. Now, इसी को solve करते हैं guys. When root 2 is equal to a upon b, I can say, squaring both the sides, 2 is equal to a square upon b square. I hope you are clear with this, everyone. Yes or no? Please respond. I repeat, when I am saying that root 2 is a upon b, it means that 2 is equal to a square upon b square. And when 2 is equal to a square upon b square, I can say what? I can say that 2b square is equal to a square. Clear? Got it? Ab samjho. When I'm saying, guys, please focus, if I am talking about one more fact, if I am saying that 2 into 3 is equal to 6, इसका मतलब क्या है? क्या इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that 2 divides 6? Yes or no? Can I say this, guys? If you remember, आपने पढ़ा होगा इस तरीके का representation, when a divides b. When a divides b, then this could be written down as a divides b. Okay? You must have gone through this representation in class 10th real number. Okay? If you are saying a divides b, then you can represent it like this. In the same way, if you are saying that 5 divides what? 5 divides b. So you can say 5 divides b. Are you clear with this, guys? This is a representation that we use. Okay? ये एक सिर्फ representation है जो कि हम लोग use करते हैं. In the same way, if I'm saying, let's say that I'm having 10 into 30 is equal to what? 300. So can't I say that 10 divides 300? Or can't I say that 30 divides 300? Correct. So when I'm talking about this into this is equal to this, which means this will divide this and this will also divide this. In the same way, guys, अब आ जाओ यहाँ पर. Everyone focus. एक बार समझ लो root 2, उसके बाद सारे हम लोग आराम से कर सकते हैं. So when 2 into b square is equal to a square, when 2 into b square is equal to a square, what does it mean? It clearly means that 2 divides a square. Are you clear with this or not, guys? Got the point? Making sense to you? I repeat, it means that 2 divides a square. Now, when 2 divides a square, अब फिर से इधर आ जाओ. What I'm telling you is this. Let me erase this part. We don't need it, right? Now, when I'm saying that 4 divides, let's say 16 is square, so can't I say that 4 will divide 16 as well? When I'm saying that 2 divides 4 is square, so can't I say that 2 divides 4 as well? When I'm saying that 2 divides 6 is square, so can't I say that 2 divides 6 as well? In the same way, when 2 divides a square, so can't I say that 2 will divide a as well? How many of you are clear with this, guys? Everyone, please respond. Comment section में जरूर बताइएगा कि आपको समझ में आया नहीं आया. Okay? So when I'm saying that 2 divides a square, it means what? it means I can also say that 2 divides a, and that is what I'm gonna write down over here. Cool. So I will be writing that when 2 divides a square, it implies what? It implies that 2 divides a as well. ठीक है, अब समझो. When 2 divides a, focus guys, when 2 divides a, when 2 divides a, when 2 divides a, so can't I say that a will be equal to some multiple of 2? मेरी बात समझ में आ रही है नहीं आ रही है यार बताओ. अगर नहीं समझ में आ रही तो कोई बात नहीं, समझो. What I'm telling you is this, that if I'm saying that 2 divides, focus, if I'm saying that 2 divides 6, so can't I say that this 6 is equal to 2 into any number 3? Yes or no? In the same way guys, when I'm saying what? When I'm saying that 2 divides 8, so can't I say that this 8 is equal to 2 into any number 4? In the same way guys, when I'm saying 2 divides 10, so can't I say that 10 is equal to 2 times of any number 5? In the same way guys, when I'm saying that 2 divides 14, so can't I say that 14 is equal to 2 into any number 7? Yani ki if any number divides another number, then another number is the multiple of the first number. That's obvious guys, right? So in the same way, इसी तरीके से मैं क्या बोल सकता हूँ? In the same way I can say over here that because your 2 divides a, focus, because your 2 divides a, that is why you can say that a will be equal to 2 into c. क्योंकि मुझे a नहीं पता, इसलिए मुझे नहीं पता कि a2 का कौन सा मल्टीपल होगा, बट क्योंकि 2 divides a है, that is why a2 का मल्टीपल होगा. So I just said that a is any multiple of 2, which means a is equal to 2c. Now when a is equal to 2c, अब चलो आगे. When a is equal to 2c, again what I'm doing, I'm squaring both the sides, and it will be a square is equal to 2 square c square, which means I can say a square is equal to 4c square. Are you clear with this guys? You got this? याद रखना जरा यहाँ पर 2 divides a, right? इसको याद रखना 2 divides a. Clear? This is one condition that I'm having, which I'm marking using blue color. So this is my condition, 2 divides a. This is one condition. Okay, yahan se I said a is equal to 2c, and I got what? A square is equal to 4c square. Now guys, when a square is equal to 4c square, please focus, what is a square? A square is nothing but 2b square. Have a look. A square is nothing but 2b square. Let's put it. So I'm gonna put this a square as 2b square is equal to 4c square. 2 cancels it 2 times, and you will be having what? B square is equal to 2c square. Now guys, again, it means that 2 into c square is equal to b square. इसका मतलब क्या है? It clearly means that your 2 divides b square. Focus, when 2 into c square is b square, when 2 into c square is b square, it means what? It means that your 2 divides what? It means that your 2 divides b square. And again the same kahani guys, when 2 divides b square, when 2 divides b square, then it implies that 2 divides b as well. How many of you are clear with this? How many of you are clear with this, that when 2 divides b square, it clearly implies that 2 divides b as well? Okay, and now guys, अभी इसको भी मैं blue color से करूंगा. अब जरा समझो कि contradiction कहाँ पे आया. So if you focus over here, you are saying that 2 divides b, and you are saying what? That 2 divides a. Okay, which means when 2 divides b and 2 divides a, so don't you think that this condition that you assumed, it is failed? You said root 2 is a rational number, which means root 2 is of the form a upon b, where a and b are co-prime numbers, which means a and b do not have a common factor. But here you are saying 2 divides b, which means 2 is a factor of a, and here you are saying 2 divides b, which means 2 is the factor of b. And now guys, you got 2 as the factor of a and b, and that is why what you can say, that is why you can say that your assumption was wrong. A and b are not co-primes. Okay, and hence what you will be writing, I'm doing it over here. You will be writing, because 2 is the common factor of A and B. So they are what, guys? They are not co-primes. And because they are not co-primes, which means your assumption was wrong. So you will say, so our assumption, जो आपने assume किया था, your assumption is wrong. And because your assumption is wrong, guys, you assume that root 2 is a irrational number, is a rational number, and your assumption is wrong. So you will say, therefore root 2 is not rational, and you will say root 2 is an irrational number. How many of you are clear with this, guys? Please tell me. Do not worry if you have any doubt over here, because this is the first question that we have done. We are going to talk about so many questions like this moving forward, so that we can be, we can get so much clarity on this that we are discussing over here. Okay, now let's proceed forward. आगे चलते हैं. Let's talk about the next question very quickly. If you look at the next question, guys, next question also appeared in your examination 2009, 10, 2019, and again it is your NCERT question. देखते हैं क्या question है. Very simple, guys. इसी का छोटा भाई या बड़ा भाई. So this time what I want to prove that root 3 is what? Root 3 is an irrational number. ये मुझे prove करना है. Guys, exactly same strategy I'll be following. बिल्कुल ditto same strategy I'll be following. Let's do it, okay? That is what I am saying कि जब हम इस question को 2-3 बार करेंगे, 2-3 अलग-अलग example लेके, then it will become crystal clear to us, okay? So now let's proceed forward quickly. Let's see what we have. Okay, over here. First, what I'll do again, if I'm talking about the solution part, सबसे पहले I will simply assume what? Let's, please focus, guys, over here. Let's assume root 3 is what? Root 3 is a rational number. I simply assume that root 3 is what? Root 3 is a rational number. Now, when root 3 is a rational number, guys, what I can say? I can say that it implies that root 3 is equal to A upon B, where what? Where I can clearly say A and B are what? Where A and B are co-primes. Are you clear with this, guys? Yes or no? Please respond. I repeat what I can say. I can say that root 3 अगर rational है तो root 3 A upon B के फॉर्म में लिखा जा सकता है, where A and B are co-primes. ठीक है, cool. आगे चलते हैं. Let's proceed. So when root 3 is equal to A upon B, let's, यहाँ से our story starts. I will be squaring both the sides, and that will give me what? 3 is equal to A square upon B square. This will give me 3B square is equal to A square. When 3B square is equal to A square, what I can say? When 3B square is equal to A square, I can clearly write over here that 3 divides what? 3 divides A square. Everyone clear with this or not, guys? What I can say? I can say that 3 divides what? I can say that 3 divides A square. Okay, I repeat, I can say that 3 divides A square. Again, the same thing, guys. When 3 divides A square, when 3 divides A square, it means what? It means 3 divides A as well. This is the first condition that you got. Are you clear with this or not? I repeat, you started with 3 divides A square, and now because 3 divides A square, then obviously 3 divides A as well. Okay? And now, guys, when 3 divides A, आप क्या बोल सकते हो? If 3 divides A, then you can say that A is equal to 3C. अगर 3A को divide कर रहा है, then A will be what? A will be the multiple of 3, which means A will be what? A will be equal to 3C. ठीक है? Let's proceed forward. When A is equal to 3C, again I will be squaring both the sides. I'm doing it over here. Squaring both the sides will give me A square is equal to 9C square. Are you clear? Got it? Squaring both the sides. What is A square? A square from here is nothing but 3B square. Let's put it. So you are having 3B square is equal to 9C square. This is gone 3 times, and you will be having B square is equal to 3C square, or you can say you are having 3C square is equal to B square. Guys, because 3C square is equal to B square, because 3C square is equal to B square, what does it mean? Because 3C square is equal to B square, it clearly means that your 3 divides B square, क्योंकि 3 into C square B square के इक्वल है, यानी कि 3 और C square दोनों ही B square के फैक्टर है, यानी कि 3 divides B square. Again the same कहानी. When 3 divides B square, When 3 divides b square, 3 must be dividing b as well. Okay, so 3 divides b as well. I can say this. Are you clear with this, guys? Bolo. Make sense? When 3 divides b square, then 3 divides b as well. Second thing. And now let's proceed, guys. When 3 divides b and 3 divides a, it means what? Writing it over here. It clearly signifies, guys, that because what you'll say, because 3 divides both a and b. आप कैसे भी लिख सकते हो, right? Either the previous way or this way. 3 divides both a and b. So a and b are what? A and b are not co-primes. ठीक है? And because they are not co-primes, what you will say? You will say that our assumption was wrong. हमने जो assume करा वो गलत था. Our assumption, और ये statement last में लिखना बहुत जरूरी है. Our assumption is wrong, and because, guys, our assumption is wrong, the thing that we assume that they are what? That they are co-primes, and your root 3 is a rational number. That was wrong, and hence you will say, hence root 3 is what? Root 3 is an irrational number. How many of you are clear with this, guys? Please tell me. मैं फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, इसको ढंग से समझ लो. 101%, one question from this irrationality will be there for sure. ये जितने भी प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन है ना, अभी आपको दिखाऊंगा कि इस ऐसे कितने प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन आते हैं. ओके, अभी आई शो यू दैट हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चंस एक्चुअली अपीयर फ्रॉम दिस पोर्शन इन योर एग्जामिनेशन, एंड देयर यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि कितना इंपॉर्टेंट ये है. एंड नाउ इफ यू सी, क्योंकि इसका काफी पार्ट रिमूव कर दिया गया है, सो इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस और ज्यादा उस टाइम पे जो है बढ़ जाती है. नाउ let's talk about the next question. The next question that I'm having is a simple one, guys. अभी क्या है ना कि अगर आपके पास सिर्फ जो है आता है root of 2 या root of 3 या root of 5 या root of 7 या root of 11, इस टाइप का कोई नंबर आता है तो हम लोग वैसे ही करेंगे जैसे मैंने आपको भी बताया. हर एक केस में वही होगा. जैसे कि हम लोग एक केस और लेते हैं. बट अगर आपके पास कोई एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन या मल्टीप्लिकेशन फॉर्म आता है रूट का किसी रियल नंबर के साथ, किसी रेशनल नंबर के साथ, सॉरी, उस केस में कैसे होगा, आई टेल यू, राइट. सो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं अभी आपको समझ में आएगा. पहले एक और एग्जांपल लेते हैं. सो लेट्स से माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दैट आई वांट टू प्रूव दैट रूट 5 इज व्हाट? रूट 5 इज एन इरेशनल नंबर. बिल्कुल सेम क्वेश्चन है, गाइस. करेक्ट. लेट्स डू इट. करते हैं इसको. व्हेन आई वांट टू प्रूव दैट रूट 5 इज एन इरेशनल नंबर, कैसे करूंगा? फोकस ओवर हियर. I'm going to start from here, guys. First and foremost, I will simply assume what? Again, reverse methodology. I will say let's assume. I will say let's assume what? Let's assume that root 5 क्या है? Let's assume root 5 is a rational number. सबसे पहले मैंने क्या मान लिया? सबसे पहले मैंने मान लिया कि ठीक है, root 5 मेरा rational number. Now, when root 5 is a rational number, again, it could be represented in the form of root 5 is equal to a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are your co-prime numbers. Everyone agrees with me? ठीक है? Everyone clear? ऐसे ही करना है आपको. This is the correct way of doing it. So root 5 is a rational number, I assumed, and because it's a rational number, so it can be represented in the form of a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are co-prime numbers. Now, from here my calculation will start. First and foremost, squaring both the sides will give you 5. Just a moment. Squaring both the sides will give you 5 is equal to a square upon b square, and this will give you what? 5b square is equal to a square. Are you clear? I repeat what I'm having. I'm having 5 is equal to a square upon b square, and from there I can say that 5b square is equal to a square. When 5b square is a square, समझो, when 5b square is a square, मैं क्या बोल सकता हूँ? I can simply say, क्योंकि 5 into b square a square के इक्वल है, यानी कि 5 divides a square. Because 5 divides a square, then what I can say? Because 5 divides a square, so I can very easily say that it implies 5 divides a as well. Are you clear? And because your 5 divides a as well, what you can say, guys? क्योंकि 5 a को divide करता है, यानी कि a जो है वो 5 का क्या होगा? Multiple होगा. Are you clear with this or not, guys? ये बहुत important statements हैं. Because your 5 divides a, your 5 will be the, your a will be the multiple of 5. Now squaring both the sides, doing it over here. A square is equal to 25c square. Got it? Cool. When a square is 25c square, now let's put the value of a square, that is 5b square. This is cancelled 5 times. You got b square is equal to 5c square, and this will give you 5c square is equal to b square. Are you clear with this or not? Right? So what you are having? You are having 5c square is equal to b square. I repeat, 5c square is equal to b square. What does it mean, guys? You all know that. जब 5 और c स्क्वायर का प्रोडक्ट b स्क्वायर के इक्वल है, तो इसका क्लियर कट मतलब है दैट 5 डिवाइड्स व्हाट? 5 डिवाइड्स b स्क्वायर. Clear? And because your 5 divides b square, what I can say? Because 5 divides b square, so I can simply write it over here that your 5 divides b as well. Okay? And guys, from here and from here, you can say your 5 divides a and your 5 divides b. It means what? Again, writing it over here, please focus. You will say, because 5 is common factor, 5 is common factor of a and b, that is why what? So they are what? They are not co-primes. Are you clear? वो co-primes नहीं है. And again what you will say? Again you will say, hence our assumption what? Our assumption was wrong. What we assumed that root 5 is a rational number, that was wrong. वो गलत है. And because our assumption was wrong, that is why you can simply say, hence root 5 is what? Root 5 is an irrational number. Everyone clear with this or not, guys? All the students out there, you got it? Okay, so this is how we can talk about this particular kahani, and this is how we can do that. Let's take one more example so that we can be more clear about it. Just a minute, guys. Cool. Okay, guys, the next question that I'm having over here is what? Let's have a look. अभी एक क्वेश्चन लेते हैं, ऐसा ही एक लेते हैं, लास्ट क्वेश्चन, राइट? And that is root 7. So I want to prove that root 7 is what? Root 7 is an irrational number. बिल्कुल same strategy, exact same strategy I'll be following, right? Now I think you must be familiar with this. अब आपको ये समझ में आ गया होगा. Let's do it quickly. So the solution will be what? You will simply say what? समझो. You will say, let's assume that root of 7 is a rational number. Okay, so what you can say? So you can say that your root of 7 could be represented in the form of a upon b. Your root 7 could be represented in the form of a upon b. When root 7 is in the form of a upon b, now a and b should be what? ये line लिखना बहुत जरूरी है यहाँ पर, क्योंकि आपका पूरा question इस पे depend है. Root 7 is a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are co-primes. Okay, or you can say co-prime numbers. I repeat, root 7 is equal to a upon b, where a and b are what? A and b are co-primes. Now let's move forward. Squaring both the sides will give you 7 is equal to a square upon b square. This gives you 7b square is equal to a square. Because 7b square is equal to a square, इसका मतलब क्या है? क्योंकि 7 और b square का मल्टीप्लाई a square के इक्वल है, यानी कि 7 divides a square. And because 7 divides a square, so 7 divides a as well. Are you clear with this, guys? Because 7 divides a square, so 7 divides a as well. And now when 7 divides a, what I can say, guys? When 7 divides a, I can say that a will be the multiple of 7. A is equal to 7c, where c is any real number. A is equal to what? A is equal to 7c. Any rational number. A is equal to 7c. When a is equal to 7c, squaring both the sides, you will be getting a square is equal to 49c square. Putting the value of a square from here, 7b square is equal to 49c square. 7 cancel. You are having what? B square is equal to 7c square. Are you clear with this, guys? When b square is equal to 7c square, what you can say? आप इसको लिख सकते हो 7c square is equal to b square, and it means जब 7 और c square का मल्टीपल b square के इक्वल है, जब 7 और c square का मल्टीपल b square के इक्वल है, तो इसका मतलब that your 7 divides b square. and it implies that your 7 divides b. This and this and this, इन दोनों कंडीशन को देखोगे तो क्या लिखोगे? इन दोनों कंडीशन को देख के लिखोगे that 7 is what guys? 7 is the common factor for what? 7 is the common factor for your a and b. इसका मतलब क्या है? That your a and b are what? A and b are not co-primes. आपके a और b co-primes नहीं है, and because a and b are not co-primes, what you will say? You will simply say that your assumption was wrong, and root of 7 is what? It is an irrational number. Are you clear with this or not guys? आप किसी भी नंबर को उठा सकते हो रूट 7 के बाद, रूट 11, then you can take root 13, root 17, you can take any root number, जो भी आपके पास ऐसे numbers होते हैं, and in all those numbers you will be following the same strategy and exactly same तरीके से आपका question जो है वो solve होगा. Now, if you see guys, I'm talking about root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, root 11, root 13 prime numbers. अगर prime वाले root है, मान लो अब अगर मेरे पास क्वेश्चन आता है जो कि आपका एनसीईआरटी क्वेश्चन है, एंड इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस भी आपके एग्जाम में आ चुके हैं, रूट 5 वाला जो है वो भी आपका 2009 और 2010 में आया था. ओके, नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन, लेट्स से आई वांट टू प्रूव व्हाट. अभी मुझे प्रूव करना है दैट 3 root 2 is what? 3 root 2 is an irrational number. In order to prove that 3 root 2 irrational, या फिर आपके पास क्वेश्चन आ सकता है prove that what? Prove that 5 minus root 3 is an irrational number, या फिर 6 plus 2 root 3 is an irrational number. मतलब any addition form, subtraction form और multiplication form जो मैं पहले बोल रहा था. ये भी बहुत फेवरेट क्वेश्चन है. ओके, सो लेट मी जस्ट शो यू कि कितने क्वेश्चंस आते हैं और किस टाइप के क्वेश्चन आते हैं. जस्ट हैव अ लुक ओवर हियर गाइस. दिस वन you can yourself see guys. Question number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you have 8, then you have 11th question, and then you have 12th question. If you see all these questions are what? If you see all these questions are your previous year question which have appeared, then question number 13 as well. Okay, all these questions have appeared in your previous year examination जो कि आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं, and इन्हीं के बारे में we are going to discuss कि अगर आप see, now we know how to prove root 3, root 2, root 5, ये हमें पता है, लेकिन अगर एडिशन मल्टीप्लिकेशन फॉर्म आएगा तो कैसे हैंडल करना है ये अब हम लोग देख लेते हैं एक बारी, so that we will be able to do all these questions. ये जितने भी क्वेश्चन है वो सारे हम लोग फिर कर पाएंगे. So let's have a look. Okay, let's start with 3 root 2 and then we'll be talking about these kind of questions. Now over here everyone focus over here guys. Let's have a look on how we are doing it. So let's say I'm having what? I want to talk about 3 root 2. So my number is 3 root 2. Whenever you are having any number like 3 root 2 or 6 root 2 or 3 root 3, इसमें आपको क्या करना है? इसमें आपको प्रूव करना है कि ये पूरा नंबर क्या है? इरेशनल है. ठीक है, बट इसमें आपके पास पहले ही ये कंडीशन गिवन है, या आप मान के चलोगे कि आपको गिवन है कि रूट 2 क्या है? रूट 2 तो पक्का इरेशनल है, ये आप मान के चलोगे. दिस इज अ रिजल्ट दैट यू आर यूजिंग. ओके, सो यूजिंग दिस रिजल्ट आप प्रूव करोगे कि ये रेशनल है. कैसे करोगे? अगेन सेम कहानी. यहां पर भी व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल से लेट्स अज्यूम, ये बहुत सिंपल है, ये वाले क्वेश्चन बहुत सिंपल है. यू विल से लेट्स अज्यूम दैट 3 root 2 इज व्हाट? 3 root 2 इज रेशनल नंबर. आपने मान लिया 3 root 2 रेशनल है. यहां पे वो सारे स्टेप्स नहीं करेंगे जो पहले किए. यू सिंपली अज्यूम दैट 3 root 2 इज अ रेशनल नंबर. नाउ when 3 root 2 is rational, again 3 root 2 could be written down as a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are co-primes. इतनी बात आपको समझ में आती है? अब देखो जरा, when a upon b is rational, when you are saying 3 root 2 rational, अब इसको जरा अरेंज करो. So you'll be getting root 2 is equal to a upon 3b. Focus. You got this guys. As you know आपको ये इरेशनल प्रूव करना है, बट as you know that root 2 is what? root 2 is irrational number. ये आप मान के चलोगे, मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं फिर से. You will take into consideration that root 2 irrational है. So now as you all know, because root 2 is irrational and because a upon b is rational, so the right hand side is rational and the left hand side is irrational, which means दैट ये क्या इंप्लाई कर रहा है, दिस इंप्लाइज दैट रूट टू इज अ रेशनल नंबर, क्योंकि राइट साइड रेशनल है, सो दिस इंप्लाइज दैट रूट टू इज अ रेशनल नंबर. एंड नाउ यू विल राइट बट this statement and this statement contradicts, but this contradicts the fact, this contradicts the fact that root 2 is इरेशनल नंबर. आपके पास ये एक फैक्ट है पहले से कि रूट टू इरेशनल होता है, एंड ये जो स्टेटमेंट है ये उस फैक्ट को कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर रहा है, बिकॉज रूट टू जो है वो रेशनल एक्सप्रेशन a अपॉन 3b के इक्वल है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई व्हाट यू विल से, अगेन यू विल से, सो our assumption is what? Our assumption is wrong, and because our assumption is wrong, so 3 root 2 is what? 3 root 2 is an irrational number. Everyone clear with this or not, guys? All of you, I want your responses in the comment section, okay? मुझे आप सबके responses comment section में चाहिए, तो please बताइए ये बात अभी तक clear है या नहीं है, ठीक है? This is one thing. Now let's quickly talk about the second कहानी that we have, but उससे पहले just a minute, let me just check things are fine. Yeah, cool. Now guys, the next kahani that I'm having is what? Let's talk about a question like this, that you want to prove what? You want to prove 5 minus root 3. You want to prove 5 minus root 3 is irrational. Again the same kahani. आपको 5 minus root 3 को irrational जरूर prove करना है, but इसमें you will automatically consider what? कि आपको given है यहाँ पर कि रूट 3 क्या है, इरेशनल है. आप मान के चलोगे कि आपको गिवन है क्या, कि रूट 3 पहले से ही इरेशनल है. दैट्स ऑल. क्वेश्चन विल बी 2-3 स्टेप्स, राइट? नाउ लेट्स डू इट. सो अगेन व्हाट यू विल डू, योर सॉल्यूशन विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द assumption. Let's assume what? Let's assume that 5 minus root of 3 is rational. I repeat, you assumed what, guys? You assume that 5 minus root 3 is rational. आपने मान लिया that 5 minus root 3 is a rational number. When 5 minus root 3 is a rational number, then what you can say? You can say 5 minus root of 3 could be represented as a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are co-primes. Are you clear? I repeat, when 5 minus root 3 is irrational, so you can say 5 minus root 3 will be equal to a upon b, where a and b are co-primes. Now अगर वो a अपॉन b के इक्वल है, तो यहां से जरा रूट 3 का वैल्यू निकालो. सो यू विल से दैट यू आर हैविंग 5 माइनस ऑफ a अपॉन b इज इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ 3. सो रूट ऑफ 3 इज इक्वल टू 5 ऑफ b माइनस a अपॉन b. गाइस, if you see this over here, you can clearly see that your left hand side is what? Your left hand side is root 3, that is irrational. You already know that. And your right hand side is what? Your right hand side is actually the addition and subtraction form of rational numbers, and addition and subtraction of rational numbers is always rational. So 5b minus a upon b, it is the rational expression, and root 3 is irrational. So again what you will write, यहाँ पे फिर से आप लिखोगे that this implies what? This implies that रूट 3 इज अ रेशनल नंबर. इसका मतलब तो ये हो गया कि रूट 3 रेशनल है. बट अगेन द सेम कहानी, बट दिस कॉन्ट्राडिक्स, ये बात कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट करती है उस फैक्ट को, बट दिस कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट्स द फैक्ट, बट दिस कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट्स द फैक्ट दैट रूट 3 इज व्हाट? रूट 3 इज इरेशनल. This contradicts the fact that root 3 is irrational. So what you will say? इसलिए क्या बोलोगे? That is why you will say that our assumption is wrong. That's why you will say that our assumption is wrong, and hence 5 minus root 3 is not rational. 5 minus root 3 is an irrational number. I hope that you all are clear with how we are gonna handle these kind of questions. So कैसा भी question आपके पास अगर rational plus irrational, rational minus irrational और rational into irrational का आता है, तो आपको हमेशा इसी अप्रोच के साथ करना है, जिसमें कि आप ये मान के चलोगे कि जो भी irrational number वहां पे involved है, may it be root 2, may it be root 3, may it be root 5, all these numbers will be what? All these numbers will automatically be irrational. Cool. अभी चलते हैं आगे. Let's talk about some more questions over here. कुछ और questions देखते हैं. अच्छा, so we are having a question over here that is 3 plus 2 root 5. Okay, अभी हमें 3 plus 2 root 5 को irrational proof करना है. Okay, I'm having what? I'm having 3 plus 2 root 5. Let's talk about this. So again I'm having 3 plus 2 root 5. कैसे करेंगे? Same कहानी. First and foremost, what I'll do, I will assume. So let's assume that 3 plus 2 root 5. Okay, just a moment, let me just do this. Three plus 2 root 5 is what? Let's assume that 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational. मैंने मान लिया 3 plus 2 root 5 is a rational number. Now when it is a rational number, next thing is what? Next thing is that अगर rational है तो 3 plus 2 root 5 can be expressed as a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are your co-primes. ठीक है? I repeat that if your 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational, अगर 3 plus 2 root 5 irrational, अगर rational है तो it can be expressed as a upon b, where a and b are co-primes. चलते हैं आगे. From here, what I can say that you will be having 2 root 5 is equal to a upon b minus 3. That is going to be 2 root 5 is equal to a minus 3b upon b. And that means root 5 is equal to a minus 3b upon b root b times 2. So it's gonna be 2b, right? This is what you're having. Clear? You are having root 5 equal to what? You are having root 5 is equal to a minus 3b upon 2b. You are having root 5 equal to what? Root 5 equal to a minus 3b upon 2b. अभी क्या करोगे? When root 5 is this, again the same kahani, guys. A minus 3b upon 2b is what? Is rational. And root 5 is irrational. So it clearly implies what? It clearly implies that root 5 is what? Root 5 is an irrational, is a rational number. Root 5 is a rational number. But again, what you can say? Again, you can say that this, but this what? But this contradicts. But this contradicts the fact. But this contradicts the fact. Which fact? ये उस fact को contradict करता है that root of 5 is irrational. Clear? आपका root 5 irrational होता है और ये उस fact को contradict करता है. That is why what you will say? That is why you will say that your assumption is wrong, and that is why you will say hence, क्योंकि आपका assumption गलत है. Hence 3 plus 2 root 5 is not rational. It is your irrational number. I hope that you all are clear with how we talked about these questions. I hope you are clear with how we discussed these things. I hope you are getting each and every point that we have covered till now. तो इस तरह से हम लोग इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस को क्या कर सकते हैं गाइस? इस तरीके से हम लोग इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस को बड़ी आसानी से जो है सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, राइट? वी आर हैविंग 6 minutes रिमेनिंग. लेट्स सी व्हाट सम मोर क्वेश्चंस दैट वी आर हैविंग. अब जरा देखो, अब अगर इसको एनालाइज करें, 2 minus root 3, सिंपल वही सेम कहानी. मान के चलोगे कि आपका रूट 3 रेशनल है और 2 minus root 3 को पहले रेशनल मानते हुए फिर इरेशनल प्रूव कर देंगे. 3 plus root 2 सेम कहानी. 4 minus 5 root 2 सेम कहानी. 5 minus 2 root 3 सेम कहानी. 2 root 3 minus 1 अगेन सेम कहानी. 2 minus 3 root 5 अगेन सेम कहानी. And then if you see the 11th one, 2018, 19 and 19 question, 5 plus 3 root 2 को इरेशनल प्रूव करना है. हर कोई कर सकता है. 2 plus root 3 upon 5 you can do it, and 2 plus 5 root 3. Okay, so ये सारे क्वेश्चन अगर आप देखो, now you all can do these questions along with root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, जो कि आपके हॉट क्वेश्चन है गाइस. ये आपका इनमें से पक्का कोई ना कोई क्वेश्चन 101% इट विल बी देयर इन योर एग्जाम. ओके, देखते हैं जरा इसका एक पार्ट. 2 plus root 3 upon 5 देखते हैं. हाउ विल वी डू दैट? ओके एवरीवन, प्लीज फोकस ओवर हियर. So we are having 2 plus root 3 upon 5. ठीक है. So let's talk about 2 plus root 3 upon 5. My number is 2 plus root 3 upon 5. I want to prove that this is what? I want to prove that this is your irrational number. कैसे करूंगा? Focus over here. I will simply say guys, मान लो सबसे पहले let's assume. सबसे पहले let's assume what? Let's assume that 2 plus root 3 upon 5 is what? It is your irrational number, right? इसको पहले मान लेता हूँ कि ये क्या है? Irrational है. So let's assume that 2 plus root 3 upon 5 is your rational number. मैंने मान लिया that it is your rational number. Very good. When I'm saying that it is your rational number, what I can do next? अभी क्या कर सकता हूँ? जब ये rational है, now I can say that 2 plus root 3 upon 5 is equal to a upon b, where a and b are what? Where a and b are co-primes. अभी ये क्वेश्चन करेंगे और एक क्वेश्चन और करेंगे जो आपका एक और आया था 2019 में. Cool. Your a and b are co-primes. Now again इसको अरेंज करूंगा. I will simply say what? I am having 2b plus root 3 into b is equal to 5a. Cool. From here I can say that I am having what? B root 3 is equal to 5a minus 2b. And from here I am having what? Root of 3 is equal to 5a minus 2b upon b. Are you clear with this, guys? Again the same kahani. Because a upon b is the form of rational number where a and b are integers, that is why 5a minus 2b upon b, okay? Your subtraction of integers and divided by one more integer b, that will be what? Rational. But on the left side you have root 3 irrational. Again what you will say? Again you will say it implies what? It implies that root 3 is a rational number. It implies that root 3 is a rational number. But basically you know that root 3 is not rational. Okay, so what you will say? You will say but ये जो आपने बात बोली, this contradicts, but this contradicts the fact. Which fact? But this contradicts the fact that root 3 is irrational, and hence what you can say? Hence you can simply say that your assumption was wrong. It is not rational. You will simply say therefore 2 plus root 3 upon 5, it is your irrational number. Okay, so that is how we can talk about this particular kahani, guys. I hope that you all are clear with this. You all are getting what we discussed over here. Okay, everyone clear with this or not, guys? All the students out there, right? In the same way, इसी तरह से मैं अपना दूसरा question कर सकता हूँ, that you can see over here. Focus. If I'm talking about the next one, 2 plus 5 root 3, again the same kahani. So I'm just quickly doing it. 2 plus 5 root 3, इसको कैसे करेंगे? Let's have a look. फिर से 2 plus 5 root 3 को आप क्या मानोगे? a upon b मानोगे. यहाँ से you'll find out root 3. That will be 5 root 3 is equal to a upon b minus of 2. 5 root 3 is equal to a minus 2b upon b. And from here root of 3 is what? Root 3 is a minus 2b upon 5b. This is your root 3. Again you will say the same thing. Your right hand side is what? Your right hand side is rational, but left hand side is irrational. That is why again your assumption is wrong, and again you can say therefore 2 plus 5 root 3 is not rational. 2 plus 5 root 3 is an irrational number. Okay, so this is how we can talk about these kahanis, guys, that we are having over here. I hope and I wish कि आपको ये पूरी story समझ में आई हो. Cool. You can use my referral code. I repeat again, मेरी बात ध्यान से सुनो, फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, सुनो. You just need to download Unacademy learning application. Unacademy learning application को download करो Play Store से. Okay. उसको डाउनलोड करने के बाद वहां पर बहुत सारी फ्री क्लासेस हैं, फ्री में. यू नीड नॉट टू पे एनीथिंग. आपके पास वहां पर बहुत सारी फ्री क्लासेस हैं, स्पेशल क्लासेस हैं, बहुत सारी फ्री कोर्सेज हैं, बहुत सारे. यू कैन वॉच ऑल दोज कोर्सेज, ऑल दोज फ्री क्लासेस. आपको सिर्फ क्या करना है? You just need to use my code SUYASHLIVE. You just need to use my code SUYASHLIVE over there and it will be unlocked for you, and आप वो सारा फ्री कंटेंट जो है देख सकते हो फॉर फ्री. उसके बाद इफ यू विश टू टेक Unacademy प्लस, अगर आपको लगता है कि आपको Unacademy प्लस भी लेना चाहिए जहां पे आप रेगुलरली रोज पढ़ सको, then you can go for Unacademy Plus subscription, and usme bhi if you use this code you will be getting 10% flat discount. Okay, so this is all from my side, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask them in the comment section. I will try my level best to reply you over the comments as soon as possible. Now guys, moving forward, the next thing is we will have this quiz later, not today. Okay, द नेक्स्ट कहानी इज द होमवर्क. क्या करना है अब आपको? अभी आपको कुछ नहीं करना. जो भी क्वेश्चंस मैंने आपको दिखाए थे अभी पहले, जो आपने स्क्रीनशॉट शायद लिया होगा या फिर यू कैन गो थ्रू दैट पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन अगेन, डू ऑल दोस क्वेश्चन. वो सारे क्वेश्चन ढंग से करो. ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चन यू शुड बी एबल टू डू, बिकॉज बिलीव मी गाइज, रूट 2, रूट 3, रूट 5, ये 3 और वो सारे क्वेश्चन, उनमें से पक्का one or two question will be there in your exam for sure. Okay, so please do them. And if you have any doubt, ask that in the comment section. That is all from my side, guys. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. फिर मिलेंगे in the next class. तब तक के लिए bye. Have a great day. See you on Unacademy. So every day from 6:15 to 7:15, I have Unacademy class on Unacademy application for 9th. ये 9th के लिए है मैथ्स का. And from 7:30 to 8:30 every day we have a class for class 10 students. अभी class 10th में what we are doing? अभी class 10th के अंदर we are doing coordinate geometry. Revision is going on. And soon अभी I guess 14th और 15th से we are going to start a new topic, एक parallel course. इस course के साथ एक दूसरे course में we will be starting with what? We will be starting with statistics and your surface area and volumes. वो भी हम लोग कोर्स स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं 15th और 14th से Unacademy Plus पर. So that is all from my side, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next class. Take care, have a great day, and may God bless you. Okay, bye.